We are starting inside the arena workshop, with a space already prepared for the next addition to the collection. Today's vehicle is the Pegassi Ignus Pursuit, purchased through Warstock Cash and Carry for $4,376,250 GTA dollars. That is the price before the first mechanical or cosmetic upgrade is added. At more than 4 million GTA dollars, the Ignis Pursuit is already entering collector territory. The question now is how much more it takes to finish the vehicle properly, and whether the final result justifies the complete investment. The order is placed, and the vehicle is being delivered directly to the arena workshop. Once it arrives, we can begin turning the factory police supercar into the version I actually want to keep. The first purchase is the 100% armor upgrade for 50,000 GTA dollars. For a vehicle that may eventually enter a public lobby, full armor is not optional. It may still be a supercar wearing a badge, but Los Santos is not known for respecting either one. The braking system is upgraded next with race brakes for 35,000 GTA dollars. Now we move into the bodywork. For the front, I am choosing the race bumper for 15,300 GTA dollars. It extends the lower profile without changing the original identity of the Ignis. This car already has an aggressive shape. The bumper only needs to sharpen it, not redesign the entire front end. At the rear, I am installing the race diffuser for 4,600 GTA dollars. The front bumper and rear diffuser now speak the same design language. The lower body looks more complete without becoming overloaded. The engine receives the Level 4 upgrade for 33,500 GTA dollars. There is no reason to buy a Pursuit version of the Ignis and then leave performance sitting inside the menu. For the exhaust, I am choosing the titanium tip exhaust for 1,800 GTA dollars. It is a small purchase compared with everything else happening here, but the finish works with the rear diffuser and gives the car a cleaner final appearance. The hood receives the secondary vented option for 12,400 GTA dollars. The vents add some visual movement across the front, while the secondary finish creates contrast without forcing an entirely different color scheme. For the headlights, I'm going with yellow lights for 51,600 GTA dollars. That is a serious amount of money for a lighting color. It fits the build, especially with the Pursuit theme, but this is clearly a cosmetic expense. Anyone building the vehicle on a tighter budget can leave the standard headlights in place and save more than 50,000 GTA dollars immediately. I originally considered leaving the existing livery alone, but after reviewing the available options, I am changing it to the State Trooper livery for 20,520 GTA dollars. That is the right identity for this version of the car. The markings establish the law enforcement role without covering every surface in unnecessary graphics. It still looks official, but the Ignis underneath it remains visible. Moving into the louvers, I am selecting the painted split louvers for 2,500 GTA dollars. They blend into the vehicle rather than sitting above the engine compartment like a separate attachment. Under police equipment, I am installing the Tech Aerial 4.0 package for 3,420 GTA dollars. That gives the roof the communications equipment expected on a Pursuit vehicle without turning it into an antenna farm. The emergency lighting menu offers several additional roof-mounted options, but I am leaving those alone. This car already has integrated emergency lighting, and the clean roofline is one of its strongest visual features. Adding a large light assembly would cost more money while making the car look heavier. Sometimes the correct upgrade is the one you do not buy. For the skirts, I am choosing the race skirts for 15,500 GTA dollars. They continue the lower body design established by the race bumper and diffuser, keeping the full exterior build consistent from front to rear. The spoiler menu has plenty of options, but the speed spoiler looks best on this particular vehicle. The speed spoiler costs 7,050 GTA dollars. It adds enough structure to the rear without dominating the shape of the car. Some of the larger options look impressive in the menu, but impressive and appropriate are not always the same thing. For suspension, I am choosing the street suspension for 2,000 GTA dollars. That lowers the stance enough to make the vehicle look planted while preserving some usable clearance. Los Santos roads already provide enough surprise elevation changes. There is no need to turn every curb into an engineering investigation. The race transmission costs 40,000 GTA dollars. Turbo tuning is another 50,000 GTA dollars. With the engine, transmission, turbo, brakes, armor and suspension handled, the core performance build is now complete. When we reach the wheels, I am keeping the original factory design. The stock wheels already fit the proportions of the vehicle, and changing them simply because another menu is available would not improve the car. I may darken them later, but the actual design stays. The only tire upgrade being added is bulletproof tires for 25,000 GTA dollars. That is another functional purchase. A police supercar sitting beside the road with 2 destroyed tires would certainly create an authentic Los Santos moment, but it would not create a useful vehicle. For the windows, I am choosing the light tint for 1,500 GTA dollars. The darker options hide too much of the interior, and this is one of the vehicles where the cabin is part of the value. The arena portion of the build is now complete, but the vehicle itself is not finished. It still needs a proper inspection, a road test, and one final visit to the agency for Imani Tech. Before leaving, one small detail stands out. The vehicle identification number is 557. With the state trooper markings installed, the entire car now has a clear role. It looks like a pursuit vehicle designed around speed rather than an ordinary police cruiser trying to look exotic. Outside the arena, I am taking a closer look at the interior before beginning the test drive. There is a shotgun mounted beside the driver, a police computer inside the cabin, and the rest of the specialized equipment integrated into the interior. The gauge cluster combines analog and digital displays. That mixture works. The analog side preserves some of the original supercar character, while the digital information supports the modern law enforcement layout. This does not feel like a standard Ignis with a few police objects dropped into the passenger compartment. Rockstar actually finished the interior. Before driving away, I am opening the hood to inspect the mechanical detail. The chrome-polished intakes are already visible, and the surrounding components are properly modeled. The suspension can also be seen from this angle. Those details matter on a vehicle that begins at 4,376,250 GTA dollars. At that price, the engine compartment should look like more than an empty space underneath an expensive hood. The inspection is complete. The hood comes down and the first drive begins. The acceleration is immediate. This thing is fast. The first aggressive input also reveals that the handling remains familiar. The rear begins to move, but the vehicle responds quickly and comes back under control without fighting the steering. The street suspension appears to have been the correct choice. The car stays low and planted without making normal driving unnecessarily harsh. A call comes in offering another vehicle-related job, but that will have to wait. The objective right now is to finish the Ignus Pursuit and install the last protection upgrade. In terms of driving character, this feels very close to the standard Ignis. The acceleration is sharp. The steering reacts immediately. The car maintains that low, stable supercar posture. The police conversion has not taken away the basic character of the original vehicle. The primary difference is purpose. The standard Ignis is built around speed and appearance. The Ignus Pursuit takes that platform and adds the police interior, official liveries, emergency equipment, dispatch work capability, and access to Imani Tech. We are now arriving at the agency. Inside the vehicle workshop, the Imani Tech section is available. The missile lock-on jammer costs 400,000 GTA dollars. That is the single largest upgrade added after purchasing the vehicle. It does not make the Ignus Pursuit resistant to explosions, but it prevents homing missiles from locking directly onto the car. For public lobby use, that gives the vehicle a practical defensive advantage that the cosmetic upgrades cannot provide. With the jammer installed, the build is complete. The Ignus Pursuit started at 4,376,250 GTA dollars. The arena modifications added 371,690 GTA dollars. The missile lock-on jammer added another 400,000 GTA dollars. The final completed cost is 5,147,940 GTA dollars. So I just spent more than 5 million GTA dollars on a high-performance pursuit vehicle that I will probably never use enough to justify the price. That does not necessarily make it a bad purchase. It makes it a collector's purchase. For a player focused strictly on utility or money-making efficiency, this is difficult to recommend. The regular Ignis provides a very similar driving experience for considerably less, and several of the upgrades added here are purely cosmetic. A budget build could keep the armor, race brakes, engine, transmission, turbo, bulletproof tires and missile lock-on jammer while skipping the yellow headlights, bodywork, aerial equipment, livery changes, louvers, spoiler and tint. That would preserve the performance and protection while removing a large portion of the optional spending. But as a complete police supercar, a role-play vehicle, and a specialized addition to a developed collection, the Ignus Pursuit has a different kind of value. It looks right. The interior is properly built. The performance is immediate. The police equipment feels integrated rather than attached afterward. And the missile lock-on jammer gives it at least one serious public lobby function beyond appearance. The final drive takes us back to the arena workshop, where the Ignus Pursuit will remain with the rest of the specialized collection. Panorama mode gives one final view of the State Trooper livery, yellow headlights, tech aerial package, speed spoiler, race bodywork, and clean roofline. Back inside the arena, the vehicle returns to the workshop level. The completed build stays close to the original Ignis design, while establishing a completely different identity. The factory wheels stayed, the roof remained clean. The performance was fully upgraded, the protection was completed, and the cosmetic options were selected to support the vehicle instead of burying it. One final salute. 5,147,940 GTA dollars later, the Pegassi Ignus Pursuit is officially in position.